terrifying. Normally it's just like, I'm gonna freeze for 3 minutes, but okay. Hi, Internet. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. Um,
We're all gonna die.
yeah, one of these days it's actually gonna happen.
I almost died.
Yeah, I mean, technically Ren did die, but it's a technicality.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That was a finger of death at level.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It is the problem.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna pick up where we left off, but a quick summary. The party, after about a year and a half after defeating the Lich that had threatened their world, gathered once more when their friend Aurelian called on them to investigate some new ruins that had appeared in the newly uncovered world. Diving in, they explored a little bit and found an altar where Bran was able to place his sword on, and it changed into a gemstone, and several pedestals then proceeded to light up. They then went back to Aurelian to tell him what happened, and he voluntold them to go investigate the other temples that had sprung up around the world, because no one else is really investigating it yet. So they decided to cross the ocean and approach the new continent, where they landed in the city of Rastin, called the Unaging and the Undying, but not before coming upon another temple, one of a different sort, to the god that they learned was called Kas, the Realmic of Vigilance. Realmic seemingly the name. Yeah. Realmic seemingly the name for gods in this, the gods that they never knew. Through a series of trials, Laffy became Kas's champion, taking on the mantle rather eagerly. Being in Rastin shortly after that, the party witnessed this society of kind of opulence and partying, for lack of a better term, due to their undying nature. They explored the city a little bit and came across an individual known as a Haven, one of the denizens of the city of Rastin that came from a place called Sunward Rastin, that actually did age. They decided that they needed to break into the temple of the Realmic Realsh, located in the center of the city. As they attempted to do that, they witnessed another group trying to break in front of them, so they pulled back to watch. They were then, they came to the realization that the party, or the group that was breaking in ahead of them, called themselves the actual priests of Realsh, and informed the party after retreating that the temple has been closed for far too long, and it was closed when several of the priests forced out the head priest, Ardat. Meanwhile, Nenia learned a thing or two about Sunward Rastin and the history of Rastin itself. It used to be a society of duality, much like the Realmic they worshipped, where people rotated between aging and unaging, always in balance, the population never exceeding nor falling below a certain level. Coming back with that knowledge, the party then proceeded to actually break into the temple, using various components that the group had gathered. They then wandered through the temple that had been closed off. It was dark and seemingly abandoned. They defeated some elementals that had been roaming the hallways, learning that arcane attracts divine, and it being a little strange that creatures of the arcane nature are roaming the hallways. They then proceeded into the main cathedral hallway, which they found to be somewhat rotting, and clearly age has struck this area. They found a dead body near what looked like the site of a ritual. They were unable to tell what sort of ritual it was. It was shortly after that Ren heard the voice of her sister, Finley, calling out for help from beneath the pew. Or not the pew,
Pedestal.
The pedestal. Yeah.
Pulpit.
Pulpit. Yeah, coming from beneath the pulpit. She then ran underneath and found a hole that led downward, that had opened up when they placed the cores of the elementals into the appropriate sockets, for lack of a better term. Ren ran down and slid into this hole. Laffy followed, having this sense of duty and something pushing her along, sort of like a strong gust of wind almost. Bran felt a sense of dread, inexplicably, and something telling him to not go down here, but did nonetheless. Mist being Mist followed, because something cool, and Nenia kind of more reluctantly followed, mostly out of not knowing what's going on. And Saint, being the good boy he always is, brought up the rear. And that's where we're picking up. You guys have actually come onto a harsh slope, and I need you all to make athletics checks immediately.
Oh, fuck off.
Athletics or
My...
acrobatics?
Athletics.
Why athletics? Why athletics?
Because you're not falling, you're slipping.
Balance?
I mean,
Nope.
if Mist's gonna fall, she might hover and try to get her feet.
It's not a sheer
Damn,
drop.
Nenia.
Good lord.
Oh wait, I have a thing. I don't have to. God,
Minnie is feeling athletic today.
She is so old.
Hey, even with the
Okay,
-1,
well,
that's better than I thought.
Well, all of you actually catch yourselves. You begin sliding, and you hear the sound of rocks tumbling around you as you kind of caught the edge. And the incline is not sharp enough to make you immediately start sliding down, but it is noticeable. And you slide a few feet before all of you catch yourselves. Laffy, you slide a little bit farther than everybody else. Nenia, you're immediately like, no. And Bran, you're about there with her. And Ren, just the panic that set in, hearing your sister's voice.
She doesn't even fucking. If it's gonna take her where she needs to go, she's going. So.
Well, you slow your descent.
Yeah.
You slow your descent a bit. None of you guys really stop. You've slowed yourselves enough to not fall, essentially. And Mist, you do as well. All of you can hear something at this point, and to each of you, you can't quite make it out. Ren, it's still your sister's voice. Laffy, it's something familiar to you, but you can't make it out at all. Bran, it's also something familiar to you. It's not decipherable. Mist, same thing. Nenia, same thing.
Wait, are you saying that Laffy isn't hearing Finley's voice?
Correct. Bran is the only one hearing Finley's voice.
So, it's
Did
familiar,
Ren
but
say
it's not
that she-
the other thing,
No,
right?
Ren just took fucking off.
Okay, well, Laffy's still following Ren because she doesn't. Ren's gonna get into trouble.
It's something
Yeah.
clearly sounds pained ahead. Just Ren recognizes the voice. The rest of you guys don't, but it's unique to each of you. You continue down this hallway for a little bit. It's still this sloping thing, and it gets slippery as you go down, almost like you're treading on moss. Eventually, it does open up into a hole beneath you, and you all stop for a second, look down, and notice it's completely pitch black, but it doesn't stop you. You immediately jump down.
I was gonna say, like, Ren sees the hole coming and just fucking dives for it.
Yeah, Laffy's going in. She's not. Gotta go fast.
Okay. How about the rest of you guys?
Ren's bolting it in there, like, right behind them.
Mist is trying to keep up, but is also trying to discern what it is that she's hearing, where they're going. Like, she's trying to pick up on things well.
Mist, make a perception check.
Boy, here we go. Damn, 28.
You're definitely going down, and you realize, you suddenly have no idea how long you've been going down. You're not sure if it's been a few minutes, a few hours, or even a few days. Your sense of time and maybe space. You know where you are, just not how you are, or when you are, rather. And you're the only one to really realize this. But the sound ahead of you, it's still wholly unfamiliar to you. But
Weird.
it's...
Familiar, but not familiar.
Yes.
It's like, the last time this happened, I didn't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
It's...
too not familiar.
Yes. God, I hate you. I want each of you to make perception checks except for Ren at this point.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Do I do it again?
Ren has an emotional -20.
Yeah.
Do I roll
Not
again?
not you, miss. Not you.
Okay, cool.
Door.
Oh no!
Yeah, Bran Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, there.
Okay. Laffy, as you stand over the hole, the sound...
Wait, I'm sorry. Did we all get 16s?
Yeah, you did.
Wow, okay. Huh. Nice.
Just for fun.
The synergy.
Yeah, just for fun.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
In character.
Accurate.
Totally in
Mwah.
character.
Yeah, whoa.
Oh my.
Perfect.
Wow.
The dice know.
I know.
No.
You're the one who's gotten that roll more than anybody else.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Ren's the one who rolls wisdom checks the most, despite her fucking negative in it.
That's impressive. Anyway, Laffy, the sound coalesces, and you actually, for a moment, you gain a bit of clarity, and it sounds like your mother, not a birth mother, but the mother that raised you in the wandering group that made up all of the half-breeds within your family. Bran, you hear something that sounds an awful lot like one of your grandparents. Just sounding horribly pained. Nenia, you hear your father. It's
I
just
like
this...
that Mist doesn't have anybody.
Yep. It's just this... It's this cacophony of noise to each of you.
I thought last time Bran heard something that was telling him to stay away.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, you don't hear anything, but there is this conflicting thing going on within you. Where the back of your mind is telling you this is wrong, but you're hearing what sounds like... You're not sure if it's your grandmother, grandfather. It's just familiar and someone you care about. Nenia, yeah, you hear your father, and each of you, this... You look down into the hole, and it's pretty dark under there. You can all see the bottom, but you don't know what it is. And you all leap down one by one, spurred on by the awful noise ahead of you. And one by one, you hit the ground, and it's a little bit spongy beneath you. Loamy would be
Oh,
a
I
good
don't
word
like
for
that.
it. And you take an experimental step, and it just feels like you're kind of walking across an underground swamp.
Ren's not walking.
Well, you're not moving very fast yet. Partially because, again, it is like moving through an underground swamp, and it slows you briefly, except for Laffy. Laffy, you are able to stay nimble upon this kind of just disgusting ground.
Laffy runs ahead and makes a perception check.
Okay.
18.
Ahead of you, well, you look around, and you are certainly underground, and the walls around you are covered in moss, and it's damp and kind of cold down here. You're absolutely in a cave, and again, you look down, and the ground is soft and a little bit moist. And at this point, you hear Ren's feet slapping behind you as she's kind of stumbling through this earth, barely catching her balance, and sprinting past you into the darkness that just looms ahead.
Laffy is going to cast Freedom of Movement on Ren.
Okay.
Hey! Ren pauses momentarily to, like, look at Laffy, but not really look at her because it's pitch black, but she obviously very clearly knows where Laffy is within that sort of distance, and she just sort of gives her a nod of thanks and keeps going.
Laffy nods back and she follows on Ren's heels.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I mean, Mist is trying to keep up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
Bran probably is keeping up with them.
Okay.
She continues to try and figure out what the heck is going on. Like, sense of time is distorted. Like, can she Eldritch Sight this place? Like,
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
oh boy. Arcana. Where are you? 35.
You look around you and you see that it's magical but not blinding necessarily. You just see these like pulses of blue going around you, like filling the tunnel. And you get the distinct sense that you're not where you thought you were anymore.
Not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. And you quickly pick up the pace knowing this. The rest of you guys, yeah, you keep up.
Yeah,
Ren
anyone-
and Laffy have made a bit more distance. Bran, you are with them. Nenia and Mist, you're a little bit behind, but not far.
Anyone within range of her telepathy would hear Mist say, "We aren't in the place that we thought we were anymore. This is somewhere else. Entirely."
Laffy mutters into her communicator, I don't know what you mean exactly.
My sense of time and space is completely gone, and there's weird magic around us that I don't know what we went through, but we might not be necessarily underneath the temple.
Laffy,
says-
with it brought up, you suddenly realize that, yeah, you have no idea how long you've been down here.
Laffy already doesn't think time has any meanings.
Fair. Okay.
So-
Yeah. Fair.
So she says back into her communicator, Mist, time has no meaning.
Right, but I mean,
As you're speaking,
what's around us?
as you're speaking, the scream comes out again, loud and shrill, and you all hear it. It's a mixing of screams. You hear different volumes, different pitches, and each of you hear the specific scream that you heard before, but it's mixed with everyone else's for simplicity's sake. And you continue running, and you see a light ahead of you, peeking out through the darkness. And then you pass through a gateway, or an archway rather, and you don't notice it was an archway until you step past it and the light suddenly comes up around you. Oh, that's not supposed to be on yet.
Oh, I don't like this.
Whoopsie doodles. Sorry.
Oh boy. Well,
Wait.
Spoilers! The lights were off for a second there.
No, but you just turned the lights on.
Yeah, no, they're supposed to be
Yeah.
on right now.
They're supposed
Oh,
to
okay.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah,
Alright,
they're supposed to
okay.
be on, trust me.
Oh,
So you
God.
guys step through, and the ground beneath you turns to stone. And you notice that, yeah, you're in a giant circular room.
I want to point out that Ren doesn't stop.
Okay.
Like, there,
Oh, boy.
she'll assess the situation once she's like right in its face, kind of thing.
Well, you are absolutely in its face at this point. When
right.
you step through, before you really have a chance to keep it going,
Yeah.
you see a group of figures in the center of this room, and you hear the sharp crack of arcane energy arc across in front of you, and it's enough to make you draw up short. to not get struck by what is the equivalent of lightning. It's very clearly an ancient room. It's seen better days. You look around and it's in ruins. There are these high walls that make it hard to see around the room. And each of those walls has carvings on it that you cannot recognize at a glance. In the center of the room, you do see these figures, and at this distance you can see that there are 3 clad in the same dark robes that you saw in the individual upstairs, and one is clad in silver shining armor that is over on top of these nice white flowing robes. And doubled over in the center of all of them is a young person of some sort. Maybe not so young, but a person bent double, screaming in agony. And you see that the man in front of the person, his hands are raised up, and there's this murmuring prayer, is what you can assume it is, coming from his lips. He turns to look at you, and you notice that he has very youthful features. He's got long blonde hair and bright blue eyes. And Ren, he locks eyes with you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an arc of arcane energy around the individual in the center of the room again. And he smiles, broad, and he looks across all of you and starts to look giddy, almost. And he begins to speak. "We've been blessed this day, brothers," as he looks behind him and gestures to the 3 dark-clad figures, and they turn to look, but you cannot see beyond their hoods. Raelsh's chosen has finally arrived. The World Terror, his voice. And he turns to look at you guys, and he locks eyes with you, Ren, again.
Ren's mouth opens and then closes again, and then she's like, "Where's my sister?"
We are all brothers and sisters here.
Yeah, no,
Fuck
she
that.
meant like literally.
I don't know you.
Do
And
you-
like at this point, she's walking forward, like she's
Okay.
like hands are like near
As
her
Ren
shoulders,
as
but
Ren is
walking
doing this, can I cast heroism on Bran, Ren, and and Luffy?
Sure.
Okay, heroism, what the fuck does that do? Willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier that start at each of its turns? So does that mean you gain at the start of each turn?
They don't stack. You just gain that amount.
Okay,
Temporary
Well,
hit points never stack unless specified.
you get 3.
Neat.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, Ren, as you start to step forward, Laffy reaches out, and her hands glow a brief golden color, and you feel this confidence wash over you, and Bran, she turns to you and does the same, and you feel the same. And Laffy, you place your hand on your own chest, and you are prepared for whatever the fuck is about to happen.
Yeah, Bran is keeping like right behind Rin, and he's ready to pull her ass out of the fire. Either
You're gonna need it.
either literally or otherwise.
Also, I can't move Ren, by the way. Just
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to move anybody.
Okay, alright.
Oh.
Okay.
Ah, fuck you.
I was gonna say, but I can move Bran.
I
Really?
can move
Oh,
myself.
yeah, I know why you can move Bran. I need to...
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it always
fucking...
defaults to
Yeah.
that.
Bran, you should be able to move
Ow.
yourself, right? Okay.
Alright, okay.
I
Yeah.
thought you said none of us
Everyone
could
just
move.
wiggle
No, I
around.
meant like you're not supposed to, but you have control of your tokens. Anyway, yeah. The cleric that's looking at you, he frowns then. And do you mean you've not come to welcome him back, to bring his blessing back to the world?
Ren, she takes one more step and then she stops.
Okay.
And she's just like, what?
To welcome our Lord and Master. Rayash, he is here to return. We are completing the ritual to welcome him back. At which point you hear another scream, and it's no longer the scream of anybody you know. It's this high-pitched feminine scream. And he smiles, and there's a mad look on his face.
Ren, shifts her gaze to, from him to what she can see of the woman in the center of the circle.
Okay.
But, what does she see?
Perception check.
Oh.
That's what you see. Perception. Okay.
not bad.
You see this woman is just doubled over, seemingly in pain, as this blue energy arcs across between the three individuals that are still surrounding her, and occasionally the energy arcs through her, and her body kind of jolts to the side, whichever side that she's being struck by.
How did Bran roll? You rolled this Bran.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't know you could do... I didn't know you could do that for him, but yeah. Do you have the drop down?
I do,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I can do
got-
that for all of you, too.
I was so fucking confused.
Sorry, yeah, I was changing it to red and I guess I stopped on Bran, because yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Nailed
Whoops.
it.
I was like, I don't have a -1 to wisdom. Wait, that's what? I didn't roll. What?
I didn't even see that. Wow. Oh, fantastic. I forgot that I played with this once.
Is he holding anything that's channeling the energy?
No, there's nothing in his hands. He's got his
There's nothing
hands
in- alright.
raised up.
Okay.
And the look on his face, he is not all there, as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. I'm gonna tell you. I gotta look up something. Sorry. In the meantime, Ren looks like she's thinking about doing something, and it's that look on her face when she's thinking about doing something really stupid.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's looking at all of you guys now, and I see you've brought your acolytes. And his gaze stops on all of you for a moment, and then
Laffy looks
No.
offended and she points at her forehead.
he's just, no, they cannot be here. They will ruin this. The time
Well-
is not for them. The time is not for Leander, Cass, the outsider, Ganther. No.
Laffy turns to look at Mist when he says the outsider.
Yeah, Miss just kind of, she squints because he also said Leander.
You know, for starters, I'm no one's acolyte.
His eyes are wide and panicked like a scared horse. Ren, what are you doing?
Okay. She was gonna run up and tackle him,
Okay.
but that doesn't look like it's an actual thing anymore. So I'm gonna look up
You
the
could like
grapple
run
rule.
forward and grapple, yeah.
Yeah.
Or run forward and
Yeah.
shove. Shove's an action.
Shoves in action? Alright.
believe
she's
so,
Gonna, she's gonna run.
Okay.
She's gonna run up to him.
Okay.
Then effectively, she wants to leap on him and knock him to the ground.
Okay. Can you reach him without using a dash?
Assuming with 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, he's
Okay. Then go
Where
for
do
it and
I-
make an attack roll.
Okay.
Using your strength modifier, not your
Yeah.
dex. Yep.
Do I get any emotional support?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You leap forward and you collide with him and you push him to the ground hard. And you look up for a second and you see you're rather close to this young woman who's occasionally still screaming in agony as these bolts of blue arcane energy arc through her body, and when they come out the other side of her, they're red, almost like they're tearing blood out of her. And he's on the ground looking up at you, not trying to defend himself. And yes, you are here. You're here to help us.
Alright, Mist, can
Ren-
Mist discern what is going on here? She gets a little bit closer to see if she can figure out what kind of spell shit is happening.
Sure, make an Arcana check.
Alrighty. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. 27.
You see that there's a big blast of energy welling up beneath the girl. And as you're about to open your mouth to say something, there's this boom. And you all feel just this wave of energy pass through you. And as it does, you hear the crackling of flames, and then and everything goes dark.
Oh, fuck.
Here we go!
None of that.
Oh,
Mm,
this is bad.
Let me make sure everyone's got the right lighting. Nania, you can see, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because you've all got dark vision slapped on. Okay.
Yep.
Ren, you look up, and suddenly you see something awful. You, first and foremost, hear this ripping sound, this tearing sound. Just this... And you see the girl start to shift from side to side as her scream gets more and more shrill and louder. And suddenly you hear a sound almost like a balloon being filled. Just this... And the ripping sound grows louder. And Ren, you see that the woman in front of you is starting to expand.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
And the scream grows louder and louder and louder, and you feel like you're about to be deafened, Ren. And the rest of you guys, you can only barely see this in the middle. You just see Ren. And this man beneath you is laughing. He's here, he's here, he's here, he's here! And then there's this noise. And I need you to all roll initiative.
Oh boy!
Oh my god.
no.
Shit!
Oh, my bad. Initiative rolls haven't changed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
Two
god!
ones in a row.
This is...
We are fucking ready!
Max, what did you do? This
I
is
broke you guys.
You're cheating.
Yeah, clearly. It's fine. I
This is
rolled
your
poorly
fault.
too. I rolled really poorly too.
I rolled two
No one's
ones.
ready
You're
for
not
this.
be doing worse than me.
Okay. Let's see.
Wait, is Ren first?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Give me a
What
second.
the fuck?
Barely.
Yeah.
God.
Excuse me. Okay. Ren, you hear suddenly this scream of terror and pain, and you see that whatever was where the woman was, something is in her place, and it unfolds from where she was. Come on, thing.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, Eldritch Abominations.
And
Hey!
you see this thing uncurl, and it used to be a woman, whatever there was. Whatever it is now, you hear a voice cry out, "This wasn't supposed to happen!" And it's the cleric beneath you. And yeah, Ren, you look up, and the rest of you guys just see this hulking outline of something. There's bulbous masses across her body. She's large and almost like she's been stretched out and engorged in certain places. One of her arms is dragging behind her, And she looks around, and where her face was is just this marred piece of flesh, and you see that there are still eyes in there, and there's still a mouth, and it's parted in a perpetual screaming sound. Her whole body is kind of at weird angles, and she moves around kind of shaking a little bit, twitching every time she shifts. Ren, what do you do?
She, like, from from her crouched position over this cleric, she almost has this look of, like, pity on her face, but it switches to fury when she looks at him, and she grabs his lapel and is like, get out of the way and stay out of the way, and she lets him up as she gets to her feet.
Okay.
And like she sort of steps to where, like, if the creature went to swing at him as he was fleeing, it would have to go through her.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And she looks up at, like, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, there you go. And she looks up at this, like, mess, for lack of a better word, and she draws her daggers and she's like, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Nenya,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Oh boy.
Right?
For now, she's just going to move in a little closer, and, like, she can see something moving in the distance, but she's just gonna step closer for now, absolutely mortified, but can't stand her ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Luffy, it's your turn then.
Alright, bonus action dash right on up to Ren. So
Okay.
how many feet can we move again with the dash?
60.
Alright, well, she's getting right in the shit.
Yep.
Luffy looks at Ren and she goes, so we're fighting, yeah?
Ren gestures upwards and she's like, yeah.
Alright, got it. Gonna double attack.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hit. Those both hit.
Cool. Let me remember what the hell I'm doing. And as a bonus action, she's gonna Hunter's Mark it.
Yeah, bonus action dashed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you only get
right.
one.
She's gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark it next turn.
Okay, so you do 9 plus 10 damage. So 19. Nice.
Rolling a lot of ones tonight.
Oh my god.
Gotta get them out of the way. Get them out of the way.
They're perpetual.
Mist, it's your turn.
Oh wow, okay. Mist has this odd expression. She gets closer, but only to sort of discern what the fuck is going on here. Can she, like... Do the others look like they're gonna do anything? Like the other priests?
They look really afraid.
Okay. And what about this abomination? Does she look like she's gonna just, like, start fucking shit up?
You can't really tell.
I mean, Miss knows abomination.
It's been
Yeah.
too soon. It looks confused, if anything.
Okay. Could she make some sort of Arcana check to see if it would be possible to, like, revert the form somehow or change it in some way?
Sure.
I mean, I doubt it, but listen. She's thinking about these things, man.
You know a high enough spell can change the shape of anything.
Well, shit. Yeah, that's true.
Alright. Is that your turn? Gonna say that check you just made was a bonus.
Yeah, she's gonna say. She kind of looks at the priest and she's like, "Do you have any way to undo this?"
Yeah. Bran, it's your turn.
Bran just looks like he just regrets everything that they've been doing this entire day.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's just gonna run in.
Okay.
This is probably as close as he can get at the moment.
Yeah. Those things around you are walls. Not very high, so you could technically climb over one, but it would take a movement to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, he stops behind Laffy and Rin and says, I have no idea what's going on, but it's pretty clear this thing needs to die.
Just do it.
And yeah, he can't do anything else.
Okay. It is the creature's turn. It looks
Oh,
around
boy.
and moans softly, and you see its big arm that's trailing across the ground slither up and launch towards one of the priests on the side. And it impales him. And reaches up and shakes the distended arm and shoots him off to the corner of the room where it hits a nearby wall and slumps over dead. It then does the same thing to the other cultist, and its clawed arm slithers up and just shoots out towards the cultist. Or priest, rather.
May as well be a cultist.
Yeah.
Right.
And it impales him, and he gets sent flying back and hits the wall with a wet sound. And it's going to use a legendary action. It groans and looks at you guys. And vanishes.
What?
No, no. That's why the lights went out. No.
Ren, it's your turn.
Fuck. is what Ren says in a more like setting appropriate accent. Okay. Oh god, okay. She's stopped and she's thinking. She's thinking real hard. And okay. And then okay, so she manhandles the priest to his feet.
Okay.
What did you do?
We tried to welcome him back.
What did you do?
He was supposed to come back.
You can't force a god to do anything.
That's all he's gonna say for now.
Yeah. Okay, and Ren's just gonna... yeah, Ren's gonna drag him and herself just back against the wall.
Okay.
Kind of like... She looks at Laffy and Bran and she's like, if it's using... we need to make it come to us.
Got it.
Do you think it went invisible?
I don't know.
Well, I can see it if it did.
Hopefully. And that's her turn.
Okay. Nania, it's your turn.
Uh-huh. She's
Poor Nanny.
moving closer to Mist, and how does hearing work in this game? Like, would she have been able to hear Ren say that without
Yeah, absolutely.
fading it out? Okay, that's her movement. She kind of looks around into the darkness, and she has dancing lights that she'd maybe cast a couple down different arcways.
Okay, yeah, you could cast one. Let me find... Where the fuck did it go? Oh, it's at the top of my list. Duh.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you casting that to send them out?
Yes, I am. Concentration up to 1 minute. Oh god, her range is huge. Okay, oh god, pointer. Right around... Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there one that does the bubble thing?
Just hold down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Click and hold down.
Okay, it's like... Oh, bubbles. Alright, so around there, she'll cast one?
Okay, give me a second. This is gonna take a little bit.
Sure.
Just remember they have to be within 20 feet, so 4 squares.
Oh, okay, whoops. Okay, never mind. I lied.
But you can make them in like a line of like 80 feet kind of thing.
Oh,
There we go.
alright.
It hasn't changed the lighting for me.
Because the wall, it's still blocked by the wall.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's just really dim.
it is pretty dim.
Yeah, let me fix that. Actually, you know what? Huh. Sorry. That's weird.
That's better for me anyway.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Okay, that's where you're putting that one.
I still just see a block of darkness.
That's your
'Cause
line of
the
sight.
wall's in the way.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that's your
okay.
line of
I
sight.
thought-
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
these are all walls. Where are you putting another one?
Actually do 4. Okay, so you said 20 spaces on either side of her, so...
So 4 squares, yeah.
Okay, right. Alright, so, then to her right, then will be another...
Okay.
another 4 squares.
About there?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, no, within 20 feet of each other. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So you can.
Sorry, this is like so
Sorry.
confusing. I'm still
No,
not.
it's okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay,
A light-
I'm
A light must be within 20 feet of another light created by its spell.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to put one behind there,
Yeah.
like you could.
You just put one where she is. Or
Yeah, you could
behind
put
where
one,
she
like,
is,
right
and then
there,
put one over there.
And then
Yeah.
one over there. And then you can
Okay.
put an additional one, like within 4.
Okay, so you're gonna put one there, and another one over here?
Yes, please. Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
Where are you putting the fourth? Gonna make a nice box around you?
Well, yeah, let's do a pretty box.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Right there works.
Hmm.
Okay. Those exist as long as you maintain concentration on them.
Okay.
Luffy, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Knowing the spell, would I know if locate creature would tell me where the creature is?
Good question. Let me see.
Because it's kind of unclear in the spell description.
It is not familiar to you.
I just saw it.
You don't know what you saw.
Alright, well then.
You might need to know what it is in order to use it.
I would say,
Luffy
since it's a
is-
monster, you would have to see it for a certain number of terms or make a perception check to remember what it is.
She'd probably have to like know the subtype.
Yeah, you would have to know something.
It specifies human or unicorn. As long as you have seen a creature up close. At
Yeah.
least one.
Just saw it up close. Fine. Well, then Lottie looks around. She stands up on this wall, and she does absolutely fucking nothing else.
Okay. Mist, it's your turn.
Alright, Mist is gonna use see invisibility. From the tentacles.
You don't see anything.
Yeah, she's like, well, it's not in range right now if it's invisible or ethereal. Mist kind of looks over at Ren and is like, she says with telepathy, what are we going to do with him?
For now, make sure he doesn't die.
Right.
For now.
Yeah. Mist is gonna... Well, she could see all within this room, for the most part. She kind of glances back at Nenia, because part of her doesn't want to leave Nenia there, but, you know, gotta look for the thing, so she's... I don't know how many spaces she can go. How many...
30.
Okay, so 5. Alright.
No, Saint is up here.
She's
Somewhere.
just kind of looking around right now. Also, can she hear any weird, you know, like
Perception it up.
squelching? Like, listen. 27.
You hear a shuffling noise coming from down over here. Hold on, let me change my
Okay.
fucking color.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say,
I couldn't see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could kind of see it.
I could too. Yeah, Mist sort of...
you hear it coming from over there.
Yeah. Mist points over there, and she says with telepathy to, like, everybody, she's like, I hear something moving around over there. And she points. But she's gonna keep... I don't know how far she could go. Let's see, she was here. So she could go, like...
One more.
Yeah.
Go to your right, one. That's about it.
Oh boy, there it is. Can she see? Can she see it?
Whatever you can see, you can see.
All right, yeah. She. Let's see. Where is everybody? Okay, Ren and Laffy and Nenia. Mist gives them sort of. She warns them. She's like, "Here it is," and she gives them like a flash image of where it is, so they know.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you guys know
Yeah.
it is right there.
she's kind of. She looks back towards the priest, and she's just like, what can you do to undo this? Like, she doesn't seem like she's comfortable attacking this thing.
He doesn't reply. Bran, it's your turn.
Alright.
Okay, so did Bran hear what Miss said?
No. Well,
Okay.
she heard, but she couldn't see, because Bran was out of telepathy range.
Okay. Well, Bran's just gonna start looking. He's gonna hop up on this wall and can he hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear a soft moaning noise coming from behind the wall in front of you.
Okay. Well, Ren's just gonna go in. Then.
Okay.
Ren hops down from the wall and runs around the wall.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to. There you go.
And he stops and looks over and just kind of, just looks over at the thing and, oh, found it. And he's gonna poke it.
Okay.
Unless listening took an action, or was that?
No, that was a bonus action. Miss. Was the 19 also? Yeah, the 19
Yeah, 19
hits.
and 13. Okay. $17.
Nice. Okay. You strike at it and it moans and and now it's its turn and it's gonna strike at you with its weird
Bran.
claw.
Bran wraps his rapier against his shield and sort of like bring it on kind of motion.
24 to hit.
Oh, jeez.
Bran's gonna defensive duelist to block it.
Okay. It's going to swing again. 26 to hit. Okay, you take 17 points of slashing damage. As the claw
Okay.
shoots out and rakes across you. And it...
When does my dinky heroism into effect?
It's already in effect.
How
Yeah,
much
but, like,
was
when-
it? It was 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
So
me.
it's the start of everyone's turn.
Oh, okay.
It just resets, so.
That's actually a really cool spell.
Yeah.
Enough to just keep you up. I don't know if it
Okay.
works after you go down, but hopefully it does.
And it's gonna come it's gonna shamble away from you, Bran. And
Does that provoke an opportunity attack?
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Bran stabs at one of its feet as
Okay.
it starts shambling.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you catch one of its feet as it's starting to shamble away and it doesn't seem to notice, and it's shambling this way. And Laffy, you see it, it starts to climb over, and it turns to look over at the priest. The other, not the one Ren's guarding, but the other one. And yeah, it's going to spend a legendary action to teleport over to it
What?
and make a claw attack.
Murder the fuck out of that priest.
Yeah.
Fuck him, seriously.
Okay, yeah, it
I feel like no one has any sympathy for these priests.
No.
It's just like, yeah, just fuck him up.
the claw
Ren-
comes out and impales it to the wall, and then it slithers away, and he dies.
Ren would allow it to kill the one she's currently got, but she needs answers.
Yeah.
Okay, top of the round, it regains its legendary actions. Ren, it's your turn.
What?
Yeah, they regain legendary actions at the start of every round.
That's how they work.
Action economy, woo!
Fuck. Okay. Ren spins around and like pins this priest against the wall, and she's like, "Is there a way to undo this?"
I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
Slap him.
She does. Focus. You did this.
He starts
What were you
crying.
channeling? Oh my god.
The arcane, we're not casters, we're not arcane casters.
Well, we are. What books were you using?
The tomes.
Which ones specifically?
I don't know. They were upstairs. They're upstairs. Just help us. Help me. Help me.
Right. She looks like she wants to just feed him to it so badly. But restrains that.
Yeah. Miss looks at Ren like, I know exactly how you feel, man.
Okay, is that your turn?
No, hang on. Sorry. Wheels in her brain are turning. So they were using arcane magic within the theory to attract divine attention.
Yeah, you can make a religion check to figure out exactly what they were doing, but
All right.
you can put one and one together if you'd like.
Sure.
You don't know if it's true or not, but you're putting one and one together, and you got an idea.
Yeah. All right. They're fucking.
With advantage?
No.
Oh.
She doesn't know shit about this. She knows arcane shit, but.
This is certainly not the product of purely divine magic.
Yeah. No, she was thinking they were using arcane to garner, like, Ralger's. Whatever.
Wow.
Rail. Too many R's, oh my god. Rail's attention.
Maybe? But this looks familiar to you.
Yeah.
Alright, familiar in what way?
You might have seen something similar to this before.
Think about the last time we
Yeah,
fought
like-
Advance.
Yeah, that's what I was
Bitch.
thinking.
Yeah. So Mist was thinking immediately.
Same.
Ren was trying not to think about it really hard. She didn't want it to be that.
Is that your turn now?
Yeah.
Okay, Nenia, your turn. You have a view of this thing, by the way.
She sure does.
Yeah.
So, she's gonna mosey onto a wall sign to get out of its view for now, and, gesture Saint to, like, get out of the way, too.
Don't look at it, Saint.
Oh my god. But, yeah, she's gonna mosey. That's better. But, okay. Yeah, that's it. For
Okay.
now. She's
Okay.
listening to Ren, but, yeah.
Alright, Luffy, it's your turn.
Alright, so if I make a perception check, is that my action?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, I want a perception check. That way, if I perception check high enough, can I use locate creature? Because this
Yes.
motherfucker is gonna
Yes.
run.
Yes, you can do that. But I still need you to
Alright.
roll perception.
Yeah, of course. I'm not.
You take a few seconds to really. You think you have a grasp on what it looks like. Locate creature is an action though, so you're gonna have to cast that next round.
So wait, you're telling me that I got a 9 and I still got it?
Yeah, it's kind of right there. Like,
Okay.
it's a solid what? 10 feet away at least. You have a pretty good idea. You don't know what you're seeing, but you know what you're looking at. You're like, yeah,
I'm
all
seeing
right,
something.
yeah, I can remember that.
Luffy's just gonna tough it out and stand here because she kind of feels like she doesn't feel good attacking it. She attacked it once
Yeah.
and now she doesn't feel great about it. She's
Yeah,
like,
Miss-
so is there a books upstairs? Are there anywhere? Do we want to try and, you know?
I would honestly rather try to help than harm it.
Mr. Books.
Yeah,
Alright, well, it's Mist's turn.
Alright, well, Mist considers, and, could she look through the books that Ren had grabbed before
That would be
and gave her?
that would be your turn.
That's fine. She's like, well, Ren got me some books before, so he's gonna look through them.
What are you looking for?
See if she's looking for, like, anything about this. Like, he said that he used books upstairs for, like, you know, the bullshit. She's like, she's looking for spells. She's looking for potentially what the fuck went on. She has an idea that it was probably kind of like the Lich, but is there any way to reverse it, or...
Okay, make an
She's just
investigation
looking for
check.
a bunch of shit, man.
Make an-
Investigation. Let me find it.
Make it look good.
22.
Okay. You flip through the book. And eventually you find what Ren's kind of deciphered is arcane magics can be used to receive the attention of the Almighty Divine. You don't know of a way to reverse many spells. A lot of spells when cast are permanent.
Yeah, but like change the form of something. You know.
There's no spells or anything that you're looking for.
Polymorph, but listen.
Someday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's, as far as you know, there's nothing in these books that can help you, as far as you've
Okay.
seen.
Alright, well, shit. She looks at the guy and she's like, were you expecting that to be Raelsh's form?
The Avatar. We wish to make an avatar for Rael.
Oh, you're breaking up.
You're cutting
I
out.
have no
Go
idea
back.
what you said.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. He just says, "Oh, we were trying to make a physical form, an avatar for Rael. This isn't what was supposed to happen. This wasn't what was supposed to happen." He points to you, Ren. You were supposed to help!
How the fuck was I supposed to help?
Bran, it's your turn.
First of all, yeah, Bren's just like,
I don't know anything about this.
Okay, well, Bran is gonna chase after the thing. He can see it from in there, so he's gonna slip back into the center room. And, could Bran, like, hear all their yelling while he was over there about wanting to help this thing?
Yeah.
probably. I mean, no one else is talking.
Yeah.
It was a little muted, but you could make it out.
Yeah, Bran just, like, charges in and tries to get the thing's attention again. If you're going to find a way to help it, then get on it. I'll keep it busy.
Alright, take your swings.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he'll just attack.
Can always deal
Nice!
not lethal damage.
Yeah.
Alright, the first one misses, but I'm gonna go ahead and say the second one hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, just... Yep. Alright, so 6 plus 9... 15. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't really do a lot else, and I don't want to waste my inspirations yet.
Okay.
You know, I totally forgot we can do non-lethal damage.
Yep.
Brand's not necessarily doing non-lethal damage yet. He's just kind of hoping that you guys will figure shit out before he kills this thing.
Yeah, well, Miss is just like, oh fuck, shit.
Hope springs eternal.
It's just like, if they can figure it out, great. But either way, something's got to be done about this thing.
Okay. It's going to cast a spell. Ren, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
That's not
Wait,
fun.
is there something
Wait,
in her?
I have training proficiency in wisdom saving throws now.
Yay!
Bro, granted me a mercy. Okay. There we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're really
Okay,
great. So merciful.
Suddenly, you hear a voice in your head say, "Come to me."
Oh
Alright.
boy.
And on your next turn, you have to move to the creature.
Okay.
Is she free to do anything else other than the fact that she has to move to the creature?
Yeah, she just has to move towards him. Or her. But then
Yeah.
it's... Yeah. The creature. Then it's going to make a claw attack at you. Actually, it's going to shift this way towards you, Laffy, and around Bran without provoking opportunity, and make a claw attack at you, Laffy.
Jeez.
Oh, I love it.
I don't think there's shift actions in 5e.
Yeah, you can move around people. I forget what it's called.
Without withdrawing?
No, I think it's just you can just like spend your movement to move around something without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay.
I don't think they ever got rid of that. Yeah. Like that's not an action, that's just movement.
Specifically like a 5-foot step to not provoke an AoE or a.
Yeah, no, this is just
attack.
as long as you stay in melee with the target, basically, you don't provoke opportunity.
Wait, this is... I also have a question.
Uh-huh.
My spellcasting modifier, we gain hit points equal to that. Is that plus proficiency or just straight spellcasting modifier?
It'll
Just,
stay on your
yeah,
spellcasting.
just straight spellcasting
okay.
modifier.
Alright.
But yeah, it's gonna swing at you, Laffy, and it missed.
Hurt me, baby. Okay. Don't hurt me.
But guess what? It's gonna spend a legendary action to try again. It misses again.
Laffy's up on that wall, man.
She slipped.
Okay, that's its turn. Ren, it's your turn. You were
Well,
compelled to move towards it.
She moves up onto the wall. I guess.
Yeah, Mistus kind of looks at Ren like, what are you doing?
She
Okay.
she straight up,
And-
she can't stop her legs.
I forgot. Your turn ends if it moves within 5 feet of you. So
Okay.
your turn is over.
Okay.
What?
Yep, that is the approach version of the spell command.
Hmm.
But I think it only takes effect 1 turn. Yeah, it's only a one. Yeah, it's a 1 round thing. So you have free roam next turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ren is
Miss,
confused at her legs. But
yeah, Miss
also,
looks
like,
at Ren and is like, did you do that on purpose?
Ren opens her mouth and closes her mouth and is like,
Nenia, it's your turn.
Oh
Okay.
gosh, poor Nenia.
Fine. Okay, well, hearing all the hubbub going on the other side of the wall, she is going to, come back out and, like, keep along to the wall. And just kind of assess what's going on.
like Chopper.
What?
Like
Oh.
Chopper. Just hiding.
Was that a One Piece reference?
No one else here has watched One Piece.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
I haven't.
Oh.
She doesn't know what she's doing. So she's just gonna mosey on up to the priest guy and also, like, keep on beckoning, say to stay close if you're gonna do that, but
Okay, yeah, he
okay.
hangs out with you. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Laffy.
Alright, Luffy looks at this thing and she's like, can you speak? Just, just a question.
Profound silence.
She's like, so we're doing this. Alright. And she takes a few hits.
Alright. Hit. Miss.
A 1. A whole 1.
A whole
So
1.
many ones.
So, wait, I need to check my character sheet again, because I always need to check my character sheet. Where are my things when I need them?
That is
Okay.
the question.
Okay.
Nino. Yeah, that's Nenia.
Jesus.
So here's that, and then
Okay.
here is another.
Did you already bonus action Hunter's Mark?
Oh, I realized that that's concentration and heroism is concentration,
No.
so I can't cross streams.
All right. 17 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you lash out with your whip and crack across its distended flesh, and it. Miss, it's your turn. Actually, it's going to spend a legendary action to attack you, Ren.
Okay.
All right.
And it misses. I swear to God. It's to spend another to try and do that again.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
And that's a crit.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Alright, I actually have to roll this now. This is my...
That's a good sign. The DM saying I actually have to roll this now.
R.I.P. in peace.
You take 27 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Its claw, the first time it slithers up and it's like it quivers in the air and shoots over your shoulder, and it pulls back and tries again, and this time it just rakes across your shoulder.
Ren like staggers forward and like almost falls off the shelf, but she manages to catch herself.
Now it's your turn, Mist.
Miss is just like, fucking goddamn it. She doesn't like it. She moves over to this guy, and she's, well, actually, while she's moving, she's looking for any scroll, like arcane scrolls on the ground.
Okay, make a perception check as you go. That's your action if you wish to do that.
Oh god. Well, then she's gonna talk to this guy first. She's gonna ask him first. She's like, "Do you have any arcane scrolls around here?"
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
This would be your bonus since I'm making you do it.
Okay, let's see. Persuasion. 16.
No. We don't have any down here. We didn't keep anything down here. What's your action?
Alright, can she see over the wall or not?
The one in front of you?
Yeah.
The one like where Bran, Laffy, and Ren are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna attempt to use message because she's still trying to see if she can help this thing.
Okay.
So she's gonna try to message it and say that if you stop attacking us, we're going to try and help you.
You hear a whisper come back and say, "Die."
Well, either it wants either us to die or it to die, so I guess that's that.
I think our neighbors are having sex.
Oh god.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just heard like rhythmic thumping.
Yeah, we can't hear any like moan, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, okay.
I was just like,
At least
what was...
thumping is vague enough.
Yeah,
at
I was
least.
just like, what is that? And then I was like, well, that
Yeah, we
doesn't...
could
No
be-
one's like tapping their foot, I don't think.
They can be like hammering IKEA furniture or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss-
Sorry.
Somebody's getting hammered.
Oh.
Oh my god.
God.
Miss just moves back there, and that's it. That's all she can do.
Okay. Bren.
Okay, well, Bran's very offended that this thing's not paying attention to him. So he's going to follow. He's going to play by its own rules, and he's going to slide around without provoking an opportunity attack.
Okay.
He's gonna hop up onto here, and he's gonna point his rapier and say, "Excuse me, I believe you and I were in the middle of something." And he's going to cast Prismatic Spray.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
So it needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Please let it not be dexterous. Moving lump of flesh.
God.
Spell save DC is 20.
Sorry, 24.
Oh,
Well,
no.
it still takes half damage, so I get
Yep.
to see what it gets hit by. I get a roll of 1d4.
That's a +6 to dex saving throws.
Jesus.
4
That
is poison damage.
Nice. Okay. That is perfectly fine.
Ooh.
21.
So it takes 10. Or... No, you already halved it, so it takes 21. Alright, cool. It's not looking terribly happy, by the way.
I mean,
Good,
it
it
just
shouldn't.
got turned into a
Well,
monstrosity.
Before
It
my...
wants everyone to die. I mean,
1 sec, I want to check something real fast before my... okay, never mind. Alright, I'm good.
Okay. It is its turn, and it is going to... It tilts its head back, or what its head you think it is, and it looses this awful, herring, bone-curling noise. I need you to all make a wisdom saving throw.
oh boy. Okay. Wisdom.
I got some bonus.
Nice, okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, everyone but Laffy, you are you are scared of this creature.
No.
Terrorism doesn't allow us to be feared.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Bran and Ren are
Yeah.
not afraid.
All right, well, Mist and Nenia, you guys are now frightened of it. Nice.
Ow.
Good forward thinking there.
Yeah.
Hey.
It curls in on itself, and there's this, and it teleports.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay, wait. So fear. You're
cannot.
afraid until you can't see it anymore, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Is
not
it-
afraid.
Is it the,
Yeah.
is it like the literal fear spell?
Yeah, it's frightened.
They have to make a save.
No, it's not the actual spell.
Okay.
So I think the way fear works is if you can't see the thing anymore, then
Nope.
Um,
Or yeah.
how the fear spell works is once it's not in your line of
It's
sight,
a
you
fear
can make
aura.
It
It's a
says
fear
a
aura.
frightened creature has a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. It is not in your line of sight, so it broke it immediately.
Oh, okay then.
It is not
Okay.
a very intelligent creature.
apparently not.
I mean, it's in pain. It's scared.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad for.
Yeah.
And that is its turn. 1 second. I should have looked this up beforehand, but...
Oh God.
Okay, never mind.
All of the measuring to me. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
Alright.
my.
I
Ren.
don't know what's up with that.
It's your turn.
Jesus.
It's fine. Alright. Okay, from her vantage point, what can Ren see of what's left of, like, the ritual circle?
A lot of blood.
Okay?
Make a perception check if you want to know more.
Just gonna hop down and investigate it.
Alright, make an investigation check then. Um. Okay, you want to know what precisely about it?
How is it being channeled? And is there any way to, like, reverse the streams of whatever this poor girl was being put through?
Um. Okay. You're able to kind of readily tell that it was meant to be a sacrifice ritual.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems inert at this point. Alright. Nenia. Or are you gonna take a bonus action of any sort?
Hell. No, not right now.
Okay. Nenia, it's your turn.
Alrighty, Flux mode engaged. She's, looking over everybody as best she can, and, settles on Mist after those dire words, and is there really nothing we can do for it?
Well, if you'd like to think of something out, by all means.
All I
Yeah,
can
looks
think
back
of
at James.
is changing its form, and I don't have any spells for that. I was hoping there might be scrolls, but I don't think there are.
Right, she nods, looks to what you can see of her lights, but, can I hold my action for now?
Yeah, what are you gonna hold it for?
Oh,
Yeah, you can only hold for for a circumstance. Like if you're gonna wait to
Oh,
see if it shows up, or if someone gets hurt, or if it casts a spell, that sort of thing.
okay.
Usually you
it's
have to
not gonna
ready
get
a
hurt.
specific action as well.
Oh boy.
Like
Yeah.
sort of, if it comes around the corner, I blast it with this spell. Kind of
Yes.
Okay, I'll not do that then. Nania's gonna try to listen to see if she can discern where it, like,
Okay.
might...
Make a perception check.
Okay, let's do that. Woohoo!
No, you have no
No.
idea. Okay, 1 second. It's about to use legendary action.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But
What?
it's not his turn.
Yeah, legendary actions.
What?
Okay, it's going to cast a flame strike.
Oh boy.
Well, that's gonna hurt.
I need Laffy, Ren, and Bran to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, is that plus proficiency or?
Yeah, it's a dick. It's a
Yeah,
dick.
it's a saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
then add 4 to that.
Are you? Yeah, if you're trained, it is proficiency plus your dex modifier.
Okay.
Oh,
Shouldn't you have a 5 in proficiency?
should I? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 8. I can't adjust my experience point on
Give me a
this
second.
character well enough.
The one in
12,
D20, you can just, or roll 20, you can just set level.
Oh.
20.
Oh shit, Ren has 4 to initiative. The fuck?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Right, because her dex isn't, fuck, her dex is increased.
Okay, I need Laffy and Bran, you take 7 points of fire damage and 5 points of radiant damage, and Ren, you take
Ren takes
20. Huh?
Oh,
Ren take that. Evasion.
Okay, so you take the same amount
Even-
as them.
Yeah, even when she gets hit, she
Okay.
takes half.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
take
Wait,
as
how
much as they
much?
do.
How much
75.
damage total do we take then?
12.
11.
is it
12,
11?
12, 7 and 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now it's your turn, Laffy.
Alright. Well, is this book in the center actually there, or is that
That's not a
just-
book.
What is it?
It's a circle.
No, in the
Oh,
center
oh,
of the
yeah.
circle.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, she's gonna go up. She's gonna pick up the book.
Okay, you are now holding the book.
What is inside of the? Well, she's gonna look for anything relevant.
All right, investigation check.
All right, let me just do that. 21.
As you're looking through it, you see a spell that you don't quite recognize, but you can gain an idea that it is a very powerful spell. But just investigation lets you know that there's something here. This is important.
Luffy turns around immediately and is like, Mist, I need you over here now.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
well then. If that's your turn, Laffy, it's Mist's turn.
Yeah, Mist's like, oh, is she still afraid?
No.
Okay. Fuck, I'm messing all my shit up. Alright.
You can make it.
Yeah, Miss... Get... She goes over there.
Alright.
Luffy turns. Can Mist read the book over Luffy's shoulder? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
because she's gonna hold the book over for Mist to see.
Yeah.
Alright,
And Ren,
yeah.
I want you to make an Arcana check as well.
Ren? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did I have to make a check?
Yeah, you're making an Arcana check.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Boop, natural 20.
Nice. Alright. Ren, what'd you get?
I don't even know if I should bother.
Okay. Yeah, you look over, Ren, you just kind of catch it out of the corner of your eye. This details a gate spell.
Oh. Mist is just like...
Wait, did they?
Gate.
Yeah, no. Did they like channel a thing into her with a gate spell?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, Mist...
Shoots the glare over her shoulder at the priest, like fucking meddler.
Why would you do that? Mist just says, like, vaguely... But... Okay.
That was your action, by the way.
Alright, okay, so she can't do anything else, I don't...
You got a bonus.
Yeah. Thinking, what's she gonna do? She kind of looks... She looks at Saint.
Okay.
And she's sort of like... But she also looks at the others and she's like... She says with telepathy, she's like, what do you think is better? It's possible that Saint could banish it. If it was brought here from a gate spell, but...
Does Saint have sensibility?
I mean,
You don't-
know, maybe.
No, but and she looks at Bran. I think he does.
I mean, I think Saint does too, but, you know, they don't actually
Luffy
know
looks
what
at
it's...
Bran and is
Saint
like,
does not have banishment prepared.
Oh,
Luffy
shit.
looks at Bran and is like, can you do that?
I can banish it, but only if it's wounded enough.
Well, I guess we know what we gotta do then.
Right. Well, I wasn't sure if that would be better, or... I don't know. Whatever.
Huh.
It can decide its
See
own
what
fate.
works.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, Mist is gonna... Wait, how much did she move?
You're supposed to be
She's
counting,
gonna
not me.
move... Okay. God dang.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, you got 10.
Alright. She's
Also-
gonna move a bit away.
Okay.
Max, I have another question. On my character sheet, it says I can do plus 12 damage. Is that right?
There.
Proficiency.
It's a lot of bonus damage.
It'd be proficiency plus
Proficiency
modifier.
doesn't apply to damage.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, then it wouldn't be.
Alright, well, I'm gonna fix that, or see if I can't.
Yeah, it would just
fix
be
that.
modifier plus weapon bonus. Which is a +2, I believe.
Yeah,
I can't add to my. Oh, there we go. Oh
yeah,
shit.
mine's 9.
+3.
A combination of my weapon, my dex mod, and my fighter thing.
Yeah, yours would probably be about 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I do +8, but I do.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Bren, it's your turn.
Okay, well, Brad is gonna continue his hunt for this thing.
Okay.
Gonna make his way over here. And he's going to use his bonus action to activate Banishing Smite on his weapon.
Okay. Nice.
And that's as far as he can move this turn. So.
Let me double check on that. Okay, cool. You hear the shambling as this thing comes out around here. It squeezes through the door. And it looks at you, Bran, and it shoots a tentacle out at you.
Okay.
It misses. It's gonna try again. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I can only meet it defensive duel.
Alright, you take 17 points of slashing damage as its claw rakes across your chest.
Okay.
And then it folds in on itself once more and appears right here. And then it's gonna blow another legendary action to attack you, Ren.
Oh God.
22 to hit. Excuse me, 23.
Yes.
Okay. You
Everyone
take.
remember your dinky regens, by the way.
That's gonna be
Yep.
life or death, I bet.
Oh, no.
17 points of slashing damage, Ren.
Okay.
Okay, now it's your turn. It regains its legendary actions.
And I gain 3 more hit points.
Yeah, no, that's actually really strong.
Yeah. Okay. Ren, oh man. She's much like Mist here, and she's reluctant to wound it, but at the same time, like, damn, she wouldn't want to live like that.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna. Yeah, okay, alright. Okay, looking at the creature, right? It,
Uh-huh.
like, essentially stretched out her, right?
It's what?
Whatever it was deformed her,
Yes.
right? It didn't just, okay. It didn't just, like, yeah. But is there, like, is there something inhabiting her?
Make a perception check. I'm proud of you guys. You have no idea. You're
Ren?
kind of freaked out.
I mean, yeah, she is freaked out, but she's, you know what? She can't tell, but she's gonna run with the theory, and she looks across this like bulbous mass, and she looks at Brand, and she's like, I know this is gonna sound really, really strange, but just if like, I don't know how your spell works, but I think she's, I think a part of her is still in there. And then she looks at the Saint and she's like, so if we banish, what's in her rather than her, maybe she'll still be here, albeit in severe need of healing. Let's just be prepared for any eventuality, and then she's gonna stab it.
You can only stab as a bonus action.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Okay. And then, okay, well, as a bonus action in that case, she's gonna, at it real hard.
All right, offhand, let's do it.
No, like she can't hit it.
Oh yeah.
She can't strike as a bonus action. She can. Yeah, that's it. She got it.
Wait, what did it do? I'm confused. I think I missed something.
No,
Nothing.
she used her action to look inside of it and didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
She tried to peer into its heart.
Yeah.
She is inside.
Well, the thing is going to let out a quiet and try and take a swing at you again, Ren.
Ren, she's not trying very hard to.
It's a miss,
Okay, she's trying a little hard to avoid.
and it folds in on itself and comes back here. Nania, it's your turn.
Okay.
If any of you have abilities that can expel, I don't know, things from things, that would be a good time to try and use them.
Force a bowel movement.
Just poop it out. You'll feel
I'm
better.
gonna have a weird question.
Oh no.
Not about that.
Wow.
Nania is a doctor.
She is a doctor. Certainly is a doctor. She's gonna pass my saint and, okay. Like, the frightened thing, is it completely done now?
Yes, it's completely
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. So she's going to, can pass saint there, and, looks to Ren. I don't know if I have anything of that sort, but instead of attacking it, she holds her hand out and, takes a breath and concentrate and, let me make sure. She's gonna try to cast sleep on it, if that would work.
Protect certain amount of hit dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that sleep isn't gonna do anything here,
Okay.
unless you spend unless you cast it at a pretty high level.
Okay. Well, in character, she probably wouldn't have anything too terribly strong for an eldritch abomination. Just people. just real people. It's okay. Well, she is still going to concentrate and will sort of divine protection, or she wants to protect them for we're all in one area and something might go bad. So she is going to do a oh god, what was it? I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Spells are complex.
There they are. Why did I do this to myself? I just made her a warrior.
I quietly think about
And
Mist.
now you know why I play a combat bard.
She's gonna do Beacon of Hope, so range of 30 feet. The spell bestows health and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains the maximum number of hit points from any possible healing.
Nice. Okay.
So that takes away her dancing lights, though. It's a concentration spell for a minute.
Does
Oh god, that does a lot of things. What's it called again?
Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
At
You.
3rd level.
All right, Luffy, it's your turn.
Spellbot, no.
Okay. Luffy looks to the others and she says, "Remember when Bran said that it needs to be a certain level of injured? Let's do that. That was a good plan." And then she's gonna hit it, and I'm gonna try to use the Roll20 interface that's built in.
Okay.
So, this might not be the right roll. Okay, that's to hit,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then that's to hit.
The second one misses.
Okay, Okay, I can't. It won't do the damage for me.
Yeah, we'll figure out the damage later.
Okay, well then
Just
I'm
roll
just gonna
normally.
roll it normal.
I'm pretty sure it does both as one roll when you have it completely set up.
Okay, you do 15,
I do 18.
18. Okay. You hit it with your whip a few times, and it draws blood, and this blue-black blood seeps forth, and as it hits the ground, it makes this kind of silver pool underneath it.
Ew.
How fucked up does this thing look?
You can't tell unless it's... You're gonna have to make a perception check to figure that out.
Okay.
Missed.
On an emotional level, it's like Bloodborne fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I was thinking more of like a practical fucked up.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, Mist kind of looks over at Ren, is like, you think that she's still in there, and that something might be possessing her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright,
Banishing Smite might work perfectly then.
yeah, so... Would Mist be a... Okay, alright. Weird question.
Mhm.
Mist is gonna try to cast protection from evil and good on her, but not whatever is possibly inhabiting her. Is that possible?
No.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, then I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do. Let's see.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Here we go. 23.
Never mind.
But okay.
You squint at it, and you're like, but the doesn't lead into any thought.
Well, shit. Alright, now I gotta figure out what the heck she's gonna do. Alright, well, let's see. Sorry, that was basically my plan. She still doesn't want to hurt it, but, like, I mean... They seem like they gotta hurt it. Would Mist be able to, like... I don't know. I don't know what more she can discern. She'd try to, but I don't think there's anything else she can figure out that they haven't already.
What are you doing?
Can she do non-lethal spell damage? Is
Uh,
that a thing?
depending on the spell,
Oh god.
like
Well-
Fireball, no. Magic Missile, sure.
Blight's probably no, right?
No, yeah, that's a big no. You can't disease something just
Non-lethally.
enough.
Yeah.
I give you a gentle form of tuberculosis.
Jesus.
Just
Okay.
enough to knock you out, not enough to kill you.
Alright. Can she Eldritch Blast? Non-lethally?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna. She's actually gonna move though first because she doesn't want to be that close, even though
Okay.
it could very possibly teleport.
Yeah, for non-lethal,
It's fine.
I'm gonna say like ask, but common sense will rule here for the most part.
Do I have to state that I'm doing non-lethal damage on
No.
every turn because I feel like it's
No.
just okay.
We're gonna say it's a toggle, and since you've said it, you're gonna have to say you're doing lethal damage to start doing lethal.
All right.
It's just it's
Okay,
easier that
alright.
way.
Time to roll these things. Let's see. 1 d20 plus what the fuck is my shit? 10. She's gonna do this. She's got 3 attempts at this. That's
Miss.
1,
Hit.
2, 3.
Hit.
Alright. She's also gonna push it back.
Okay.
Basically, away from Laffy, kind of like over in this direction.
Okay.
She can push it 20 feet.
Okay. Well, let's see.
The thing's 1d10.
sorry.
So.
Alright, you push it kind of out of light.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you pushed it all the way back there.
Oh, I didn't know it'd fit back there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it squeezes through. It's kind of this really gross thing, but
Jesus.
yeah, it's like
Uh-oh.
Alright, that much damage.
okay.
Yeah, Miss doesn't look like she liked that at all.
Bran, you're up.
Bran just watches it go fucking flying past him. He's just like, really? I have to chase it again?
It's not that far. It's right there if you go in between those walls.
Bran just groans and runs behind the bookshelf or wall.
You
or
are
whatever.
gonna have to move anyway.
You can't see him anymore.
It's like, no, you don't get to see me now.
Yeah, Bran's just gonna run up and take a swing at this thing with his vanishing smitified rapier.
Okay.
Can you cast it again if it doesn't work?
Yeah, he has 2. He has 1 more.
Second hit. Second one hits,
Oh.
first one misses.
Okay, so let me roll normal weapon damage for.
Huh.
And then let me roll my 5d10.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hey.
And is it at less than 50 HP?
It flickers once, twice, and with this bellowing roar, it teleports back to the center, right next to you, Laffy, and melts.
Oh, God.
I had a question though, because like the banishment works in a specific way.
Mm-hmm.
It says that the target is native to a different plane of existence, and the one you're on, it disappears. It goes
Yes.
back to its home plane.
Mhm.
If the target is native to the plane you're on, it goes into a harmless demi-plane.
It was banished.
Okay, so the whole thing is just gone.
Sort of.
Except for the goop.
Sort of.
First is the goop.
as you as it teleports back to the center and falls apart, essentially, bits and pieces kind of fall off first, like armor or something is falling off of it, and Rennet looks you in the eyes as it falls apart, and it says, "Help," and then it vanishes, and you see various, like, human body parts littered around this pile of silvery blue blood goo that was left behind.
Ren's gonna open her mouth and then close her mouth and then be like,
Is combat over?
Yes.
Bran emerges from behind the wall. Did I get it?
Yeah.
sort
God.
of.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Oh.
I think you said, and she looks at Bran, and then she looks back at like the body parts and the goo, and she's like, oh.
First of all, that was really
Yeah.
cool. Good job, guys. And second of all, how's a break sound?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take a quick break.
God.
How's about 5 minutes? 11:05 Eastern?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Internet. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Internet, we're back.
Hey.
Hey, internet.
Alright, so, in front of you is various body parts, hands, like a hand, an arm, a leg, possibly the top of the head of what was once the woman, that got turned into a beast. She's surrounded by this silvery, bluish fluid.
Ren like kneels down and like puts her hands in the fluid and it's just like
Yeah,
Okay,
I was about to.
1 second.
Can Luffy...
Sorry.
oh
Ren!
oh fuck.
God damn, you went right into this. Okay.
Oh.
Fuck.
You lean down and kind of touch it with your hand, and at that moment, you feel this
Oh, no.
weird pulsing, tingling
no.
sensation in the palm of your hand.
Uh-huh.
And briefly, everything kind of fades away. I need everyone to hop out of the channel for a second.
Oh my god.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun.
You went right into that. God damn.
She gotta touch things.
Alright, so, as you reach down to touch it, like I said,
Yeah.
the whole room around you kind of goes dark around the edges of your vision, and then you hear a boom boom, boom boom.
Sorry,
Boom,
you cut out there.
Oh, your vision goes dark around the edges. You can still see, but you're kind of focused on the pool in front of you, and then you hear a quiet boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, and as you're sitting there,
Max, I don't know what you said. Either
you heard a heart. You heard a heartbeat.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
And you feel something kind of crawling up your arm, and you
God.
hear a voice in the back of your head. It's just, thank you.
She like freezes and she's like, "What?" And she's like staring down at her hand and like it's sort of like a shock, like, who, what is going on?
You tore the world asunder for me.
No, I didn't.
Thank you,
What do you mean?
my
I didn't-
chosen one. You will have a place by my side when the world is rebuilt.
Whoa. What?
You hear the
Who are-
heartbeat noise again. And
Whoa.
as you're beginning to ask a question, the world comes into focus around you. And you see fire just all around you. And you look to one side and you see a field full of dead people. You look to your left and you see some shape in the sky. You can't quite make it out. And then you see the earth start to break and rise, like it's being pulled out. Just chunks of land being pulled up by some invisible force and cracking and breaking apart as it rises.
She scrambles to her feet and like takes a couple of steps back, probably accidentally into the fire, and then realizes what she's doing.
Okay.
Sort of like stops herself.
Yeah, you do all that, and you realize you don't feel the fire behind you.
Mhm.
And you just watch what you believe to be the end of the world. You see several shapes join the big one in the sky. 5, to be precise. You're unable to make out any detail with them. But they lord over the horizon. And everything goes dark. Okay, I'm gonna go call them back in. Be right back.
Okay.
They
Alright,
heard
you
it.
guys can come back.
God.
Okay.
That didn't take long.
No,
Mm.
it was a quick traumatizing one.
Oh my god.
Alright, so you guys watched Ren's eyes kind of lose focus, and You watched something else, something slightly horrifying take place. You watched the
What?
silver blue liquid crawl up Ren's arm, engulf her arm briefly, and then seemingly get sucked into her pores.
You, do you
This
mean
is
for that
Ren.
to happen?
I need you to
Uh-huh.
look at the chat. All of you can
shit.
look.
Yeah, Miss is just like,
Oh.
Ren, no, you were right.
My god.
She's familiar with weird shit like that happening, so she's kind of like,
Oh my gosh.
oh my god.
Let me know when you've had a chance to finish reading that, and if you have any questions.
Yeah.
I have a question too.
Uh-huh.
Can you maybe put whatever I got for cost into my notes on roll 20?
You have it.
Where is it?
Should be
find it.
yours. It's called the Vigil's Eye. Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, okay. I forgot what it was. I
Yeah.
was under the impression it was Blessing of Cost. Sorry.
Nope. It's called Vigil's Eye. And Nino, I'm going to give you a note for that after this session.
God, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The Great Beast.
Alright, so when Ren kind of snaps back from whatever she saw, she lands on her ass and then scrambles back like a couple of steps and is just like,
Yeah, I'd be surprised if that happened to me too.
Ren, no, you were right.
You fucked up.
Ren has a look on her face like, kind of like, I mean, she's dead, so she's pretty pale. She's even more pale now. Like, she saw something that is really bad, guys. Real bad. And it is not.
Nino,
Yeah.
I need to talk to you after the session real quick. Nothing bad, just
Okay.
a point of interest, perhaps.
Okay.
I just remembered.
Alright.
Okay, and also, while you guys are speaking, or kind
Yeah.
of doing your thing, about right here, there's like this kind of thin, silvery line floating in the space.
Luffy goes to check it out. Luffy is gone. She's looking at it.
Yeah, Miss she's got see invisibility and eldritch sight, and she's looking at that thing too, like, what the fuck?
Okay. It just looks like this shimmering, like, silvery line in the air.
Is it like a Terran existence?
Eh?
Like, is there a
Lucky.
check for this?
But Brian, your little gemstone's starting to react.
Oh boy.
Bran isn't like doing anything if he. It's probably still in his palm, so like.
I will say this. It's reacting, but something is also... You are unsettled. Beyond what just happened to Ren, there's this kind of sense of dread that's over you.
Is it like coming from whatever that weird sliver in the air is?
You have no idea. You feel upset.
Bran's upset. Bran's gonna go find that goddamn priest.
Okay?
Bran grabs the priest, he picks him up, slaps him across the face if he's not paying attention or asleep or whatever.
Yeah, he was staring at Ren, and you smack him, and he... What? Huh?
Bran, still like grabbing onto him, Bran drags him over into the center of the room,
Oh
Okay.
my god.
drags him up to the portal, points it at that and said, "That is your fault. That's your fault too." And he points at the sliver over there. He's like, "I'd rub your bloody nose in it if I didn't think he would eat you or something."
And Bran, as you approach the portal, actually, or the sliver, becomes a portal. Surprise.
Oh
You
Bran just squints at
you
it.
feel this kind of go through you all, and I need my notes for this. Hold on.
Oh god.
Oh no.
This hole just kind of slowly spreads open, like it's being pulled open by some force. And you look out, and there's this white nothingness beyond it.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
It's only about the size of, like, your head right now. And as you look at it, you see a little black pinprick form at one end, and it looks rather far away, and then it slowly grows bigger and bigger, like it's coming towards you.
Buffy just sidesteps from the portal.
Okay. As it gets closer, it stops all of a sudden, and there's this kind of like rotating thing, and you see that it's actually kind of like an oval in shape. And it turns, and then it blinks,
Oh boy.
Ooh.
and this color comes in around it.
So the portal's just like a giant eyeball.
As far as you can tell, yeah. And you
What
hear
do you-
a voice that rumbles the room and goes, "Ah, there you are."
Ren kind of looks up at the portal.
Brad stares at the eye. He's like, "What are you
Yeah.
looking at?"
Yeah. Miss tries to discern who the eye is looking at, specifically. Is it Bran?
It's just kind of looking.
Okay.
It's big.
Fair.
Yeah. And the priest goes, my lord, my lord. And he falls to his knees, and the eye doesn't look at him, and instead it's looking at you guys now. And then, thank you. We've been looking for you.
Is that like a group you or a specific you?
Before that, how about some introductions?
We'll be meeting soon. And then
That's
the
not-
portal
But we already
spins and closes.
What a rude conversationalist.
Was that voice wasn't familiar, was it?
Now.
Was it familiar to Ren at all?
Was it?
Now.
Okay.
Okay.
Luffy turns around and she's like, well, that was fucking weird. Also, we have a dead girl. Are we going to do anything about this?
Bran looks over at the priest. Yes, are we going to do anything about this?
She was my lord, he left us.
Bran clocks the guy on the jaw.
He just kind of takes it and stares at the spot where the eye was.
Mist
Perhaps repent
goes
for your
over.
sins.
Yeah, Mist goes over to the guy and he's like, well, your lord thanked us, and he said he would be back, so how about you help us with something,
He just begins to laugh, and he turns to look at all you. The Harbingers. That's what you are.
Great.
The
So is my
chosen.
Can you?
My
That's
Bran,
first
like-
order as Harbinger is fix this.
yeah. Do us this favor, perhaps. Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Don't care, worry about it later. Fix this.
Yeah, that's a problem for future us.
He looks down at the body and just starts laughing. And laughing. And laughing.
Okay. Does he look like he's gone mad? Like,
Make an insight
mean-
check.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
some people
all of
can't handle divinity.
15.
Okay. Mist, you want to do one too?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, let's do it. Where the heck is... Fucking...
Ren will
Where'd
do
I
one
put-
too.
Good job,
He's
Ren.
gonna assume he's crazy. I mean, look what he
Yeah, no,
already did.
there's no insight here. Bran already thinks he's crazy. He's just,
21.
he's made up his
okay.
mind.
Nenia, what are you doing?
Uh, she's just a babby adventurer.
Way over her pay grade.
There's like a melted person, there was a giant eyeball, you know.
Red hurt, she might have been trying to be protective, but not. Anyway, she will do an insight check too.
Fuck.
So that.
It's something to focus on. Is this guy insane? Is he not? You know?
What's wrong with you? Why aren't you helping people? Poor Angel just doesn't. She said to. Okay, let me. It was insight, right? Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's some insight. Jesus.
She's into it.
Mist, you're kind of like, oh no, and Nania, he's broken. There's nothing left in there.
Hmm. Mist is just like he's totally lost it.
You think?
Yeah. Mist has an odd look, like she's contemplating something.
We can worry about getting therapy later.
Well, Luffy looks between them and she's like,
Is there anything we can do for this? And Mist kind of gestures to the goop person.
I mean, theoretically, her entire form was there.
I could attempt a resurrection spell, but I have no guarantees that this will work. It's not exactly a body that's in good shape.
We owe it to her to try.
Yeah.
I owe it to her to try. And Ren kind of looks at Bran apologetically, but there's something going on, like, behind her, like, this is her functioning face.
Bren removes his backpack or whatever he carries his shit in and just throws it at her. You're carrying this then. I'm not going to be able to when I'm done.
Ren picks it up and slings it over her shoulder.
So Bran walks over to the puddle and kind of kneels down next to it and takes off his gloves and rolls up his sleeves and sort of holds his hands over it, but not in it or touching it.
Okay. Yeah, and
he's
the
gonna-
silvery sheen to it is gone, by the way. It's just kind of this... It's a
He's
goop.
gonna cast resurrection and see what happens.
Okay. I need you to tick off 1,000 gold, first and foremost.
Okay.
And you sit there, and you concentrate, and you guys watch this golden light come from Bran's hand, and it slowly turns like a purplish color. And you hear this wet, disgusting noise as pieces of the body start to form from the puddle of goo. And they reform. And it takes about 5-10 minutes for there to be a body of a young woman.
When that's happening, a Mist is gonna grab the priest and, well, she's not very good at dragging, but she's gonna try to drag him away from her.
Okay, yeah, you
He's
drag
probably
enough.
the last person that this girl wants to see right now. So.
And Ren kind of throws her cloak over the body.
Okay.
While
Yeah,
it's, forming.
Puts him over behind this wall and is like, "You stay here."
He
Look,
doesn't
Mist
look like
leaves-
he doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
Yeah, Mist just leaves Vathan just in case and is like, make sure he stays here. Then Mist goes back. While that's going on, because I imagine that doesn't take 10 minutes.
Yeah, no. So yeah, once the spell completes, there's a girl. You notice that, yeah, she's pretty young, actually. And she is
Mist
currently unconscious.
Gives her some spare robes and shit, 'cause she probably doesn't have any clothes.
Alright, so she's got, Ren's cloak and a pile of Mist robes on top of her. She looks like she'd be comfortable, if not for the weird...
All of that.
all of the stuff that's still on the floor. There's still stuff.
Bran just kind of falls backwards and just sprawls out on the floor. He's not unconscious, but he's just like he's like breathing heavily, and he looks absolutely just exhausted.
Miss looks over at Brand and is like, "Thank you. You deserve an amazing rest."
I know. I'm pretty great, aren't I?
Yay, not too bad.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I can do a lot of things you don't know I can do.
Fair. Fair.
Ren's gonna she's some okay, so she's gonna when they go to like leave,
Oh.
she's gonna summon her phantom steeds that Fran doesn't have to walk.
Okay, well, are you guys leaving?
Lofty's
yeah.
not. Lofty's
Yeah,
gonna
Miss
stay
isn't
behind.
either.
Okay.
Are we all gonna stay and
I mean, Mist
wake up?
Lofty has something she wants to do, and she doesn't want anyone to see her do it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright, well, Mist is gonna grab a bunch of books again. Like an
Ren-
asshole.
Ren's gonna bundle the girl up. Like if she's small enough, she'll just carry her.
Yeah, Mist
Yeah.
can't really help with that very much.
Yeah, she's pretty small, so you do that.
Oh my god.
But she doesn't look like she's gonna wake up anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to find a way to discern that.
Nadia can do that when they're out of here.
Sure, yeah. No, could she, like... This is the first time she's ever seen such a thing, but she's been, could she, like, check for any wounds? Or, you know, like,
Yeah.
just resurrection spell, like...
Make a
heal
medicine
all
check.
too? Okay.
Yeah, heals all mortal wounds.
Oh, wow.
Emphasis on mortal.
Magical.
You look her over and you're actually very impressed with the whole resurrection thing. She's hale, but not quite hardy. She's definitely there, but her breathing is kind of deep and slow. As far as you can tell, she's just in a very deep sleep right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Mist is going over to this crazy dude, right?
He's just staring off.
So I have a weird question. Mist has a warlock thing.
Okay.
It's called Create Thrall. Would that, in theory, do
Fuck.
something to this guy?
Read it for me?
Okay, let me find it. Like, she doesn't want to enslave this dude. She just
People
kind of wants to
cooperate,
make...
so enthrall is it?
She wants to, see if he can
Ow, fuck.
be a functioning person again if she does this.
but-
Let me see if I can find... I don't... What I wrote down is not the full description, so let me find
Feature
it in the book.
Warlock.
Alright, Create Thrall. At 14th level, you gain the ability to infect a humanoid's mind with the alien magic
No.
of your patron.
We're just gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay!
Immediately. There's a lot of just immediate bad words there.
Yeah.
In fact.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my-
mean, basically, it just, like... It lets you communicate telepathically with them, and it kind of charms them.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the fact that infect and alien were used in the same sentence there.
It's a mist. It would be like the
no.
unknown thing,
His
obviously.
head explodes in the tentacles.
Like,
Oh
well,
my
I tried. Whoops.
You,
It's like those things from Bloodborne.
yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
Which one's the snake people or the little
Hang on,
bulbous?
I'm looking for it.
Good
Okay.
question,
The bulbous. The bulbous ones I'm going with.
but yeah, no.
Right.
That's not a good thing.
I know. It was. I mean,
It's a
her
curse.
mind-
It's a
What?
curse. You have to cast remove curse.
Yeah. But listen.
You can't
imagine-
even no. You cannot dispel it yourself. It has to have remove
Yeah.
curse Or you have to make a new one.
Yeah. She was wondering if she could do a thing, and she thinks about it, and she's like, that's probably too much for a sentient entity to deal with. So even semi-sentient.
Yeah, kind of like that, Bran.
She's like, So this guy's just completely, like, fucked, right?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay, she can't really do much to fix madness. So she comes back over here and she's like, what are we going to do with that one?
Give him to the priest. Let them punish him.
Luffy looks between them and she's like, she just walks up to the priest because obviously they're not moving out of the fucking room. There's something she wants to do.
I knew it. Ren looks at Luffy like she knows, but she's not moving to stop her.
Oh,
Luffy
yeah.
walks over to the guy and she takes his head
Uh-huh.
and she snaps his fucking neck.
Okay. He just
Yeah,
falls
Miss just
over dead.
watches.
Bran just like sort of like turns his head to look at this. He's like, well, that's one way to take care of it, I suppose.
I don't want him to come back and be a problem. Look at what he did already.
Fair. Miss doesn't even argue. Like...
Nania doesn't say a word.
Is she out of Nenia's sight, or did Nenia see that?
Well, I don't think so. I think Miss dragged him over there behind the wall.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Wanted
she's-
it out of the sight of the girl. So...
Maybe a dramatic snapping of.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I-
there's a
Yeah.
dramatic...
She didn't really want Nenia to see it, but like.
Yeah, there was
she
probably
heard it.
weird cackling that just stopped, you know.
Yeah, basically.
Ren she summons the steed for Bran and helps him up onto it, because I don't think any of them are not weenie enough to carry him.
No,
Yeah, Bran's
she
like,
helped with that.
Try.
But she does carry the girl. Like, she bundles her up in like the robe.
Okay.
Before
and-
they leave, Miss is doing a quick look around the room. See if she can see anything interesting
Give me perception.
in terms of books and other shit and whatever. Yeah. 21.
Not much. This place seems old, but that's about it.
Check the bodies of the dead priests as Ren is walking out of the room.
Yeah, she goes and does that.
There are very
Oh.
dead people
Yeah,
that really...
they're very dead.
They're just wearing robes.
Wait, are they skeletons?
No,
Oh, okay.
they're
Just
people.
Okay, they weren't doing nothing.
And Mist makes the final look over of the spot where that thing opened up.
Okay.
Is there anything
No.
remnant?
No.
Okay. Then she's going and she's like, well, hopefully we can get out the way we came in. I know that the way we came in is very odd.
So you guys start heading back through that dark, loamy cave, the tunnel.
Yeah.
And you walk, and you once again lose track of time.
When they're walking, Mist is just like, did you hear your sister down there, Ren?
Bren doesn't say anything. She seems kind of lost in thought.
Fair.
Luffy looks to Mist and she's like, I didn't hear Finley.
Well, Ren asked about her sister the moment we came down here. I heard, I don't know what it was. Familiar, not familiar. Weird.
So you guys keep walking, and
As the X-Files theme plays.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. And you walk, And you start heading uphill, and there's a pinprick of starlight above you as you keep walking. And soon you emerge on a grassy hill on the outside of the temple.
Oh god. Where? Oh, there it is. Like, I see a bunch of white squares.
Yeah, you're outside, and yeah, you look behind you, and there's still that dark opening into the side of a hill, and in front of
Wait.
you is the temple.
They're outside of the temple.
Yes.
They need to let the other guys in.
Before they go to do that, Laffy looks at Ren and she's like, "You said that is not a good thing. What were you talking about?
What?
You touched the goop, it went into your arm, you looked very out of it, and then when the eye was talking to us, you said that is not a good thing."
I mean, when is the word harbinger thing? Ren lamely tries to cover.
Harbinger
Yeah,
of light, harbinger of coffee, harbinger. It could be great.
Oh, that harbinger sounds lovely right now. Where's he
I
at?
mean, the one we know, the harbinger, the Lady of Pain, she seems pretty alright.
Yeah.
Ren,
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Fair. All right.
Because I need to figure out what it means before I... And she looks at Laffy and Mist, say anything that might set you two off.
oh, don't worry, we're going.
X-Files scene plays in the distance.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I think you just set them off plenty.
Yeah.
There's plenty to speculate.
I need to... Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Continue. Sorry.
And Ren is like making a point of hiding the arm. That was like.
I mean, they all saw it.
Yeah, no. She's just making a like. The hand is presently lost in the robes as she's carrying this girl.
Later, Mist is just gonna be like, "Hey, weird arm buddies."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
Mist is
I
like,
mean, she's
we
gonna keep
need to
walking.
let the priests in, and then.
I'm sure by now, whatever was protecting this place had fallen.
Well, there are still guards.
You mean the person that was talking to us was not real?
No, I don't know.
Well, I guess we gotta circle back or something. Are they waiting outside or are they waiting in the...
They
I mean,
said
we
they
could-
would be ready. I don't-
Ren just starts walking up to the front fucking gate.
Yeah, that's where Laffy was going.
Okay.
I'm assuming the horse is just following Ren, so Bran's
Yeah.
going wherever she's going.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Nenny is following with Saint in
Oh,
tow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going, I guess.
Okay.
Laffy occasionally looks at Nenia and, like, doesn't feel great about what she did, and so she keeps looking at Nenia because she knows Nenia disapproves and she feels bad, but she also feels justified.
There's
No,
a big,
Nenia-
like, -20 Nenia disapproves floating over her head.
Nenia will remember this.
I would hope
No.
she remembers this.
Yeah, no,
This is
she's
Pretty
trying to be
memorable,
really,
I'd say.
she's trying to be really unreadable right now and just kind of steal her. And-
That's exactly
I mean,
why
that
we
was
all
some
know
shit.
that's why we all know she disapproves.
Okay. So you guys are heading towards the gate. And you get there and it's abandoned.
Oh.
Um,
Well,
It's open, but abandoned.
Ren
I
keeps
guess we don't have
walking.
to do anything.
She starts walking.
The gods aren't here.
Then no.
They sure aren't.
And what is like
What are the streets?
What sounds can they hear?
Mostly the sounds of the city in the distance.
Okay, so it's not just like deathly quiet or anything.
No.
Is there screaming? Is
No.
is there, like,
No.
bloody
Chaos.
patches?
It sounds like
Melted?
it sounds like a nice night.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Um,
Ren keeps walking up to the temple like doors.
Okay. The doors are slightly ajar.
Ren shoves one open with her shoulder, careful to not like jar the girl in her arms.
Okay. You do so, and you look in, and yeah, you see that it is lit, and falling apart. But the people that you agreed to help are all standing in there, looking around. You don't see Ardat anywhere in sight.
Mm. Yeah,
But
Mist.
yeah, this place looks like it's
Where's
been
your-
untouched.
Where's your high priest?
Yeah, Mist's like, where did all that go?
One of the men turns to look at you and just kind of points off, down one hallway.
Ren goes down the hallway.
Mist follows.
Okay. Meanwhile, Bran gets trotted along on a spectral
Yeah,
horse.
Yeah,
At this point, Bran's like dozing off.
fair.
He's having trouble keeping himself awake.
I mean, all things considered, he
Ren-
probably wouldn't have been able to sleep if he hadn't done that.
Ren makes sure like the little like there's little like kitty guards on the side of the saddle so he doesn't slide off. Because I mean, spectral horse, right? She can control what it looks like.
Yeah, it could be a goat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we don't need more goats!
Um,
Nah, for Bran, it's a noble steed.
yeah, so you guys head down the hallway.
Yep.
And eventually you do come to a door that's open. And you look in and there's Ardat, kneeling at the foot of a bed, his hands clasped before him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's uttering a very quiet prayer, it sounds like.
Bran clears her throat.
He looks up and looks back at you guys and... I see you guys did it.
Your god is kind of a dick.
Can't say I'm a fan of him.
I mean, cryptic. That's as they tend to be.
I can't claim to know anything about him, but...
Ren kind of like
We had a
shakes the cloth off her hand and kind of like adjusts the girl so she can show it, and like the sigil of Raelsh is kind of seared into the back of her hand, and she's like, "What is this?"
we had kind of a short conversation with him.
Ardat just kind of looks at the scar on the back of your hand and looks over to you, Bran, on your majestic horse. And
He's like slumped over.
he just, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is.
Great, fantastic.
Have. So. Alright. We thought they were apparently trying to make a body for Raelsh to come into. It didn't work.
And now we have this girl who we had to resurrect because she was
Not.
Zabalti.
Yeah.
And whatever they summoned into it.
He's just kind of looking at you guys.
Well, maybe it was.
Well, I mean, these were. Miss just has an odd expression on her face, like. I don't know.
Luffy
Kind
is
of
like,
blank.
Luffy is like, we need to put this girl somewhere, and then you need to find out where she came from.
I'll do so.
Okay.
I'll see that it's done.
And Ren, like, she shakes her head. I'm going to be here when this girl wakes up.
Fair enough.
Let's hope she didn't remember all of that, because she's going to be terrified of us if she does.
Well, I don't know if she'd be so terrified of us, more of this place and anyone in it.
Yeah,
That's true too,
not-
but I'm worried if we keep her with us, whatever's looked after us is gonna come for her. I mean, we could take her back to the mansion, but I'm just trying to think practically here. We caught something's eye.
Miss couldn't.
Ren couldn't help it either.
Yeah.
Quiet,
So you've never seen your god, then?
We've
Mrs.
not completed the path.
I mean, we haven't either, but something came instead. Do you know what a harbinger is?
As he's kind of about to answer, another priest rushes in, puts his hand up, and they converse briefly, and he sends him on his way shortly after. And a harbinger is typically someone or something that announces or comes before something else. The bringer.
Yeah, we know the
Yes.
definition of a harbinger.
I don't know what you want from me then.
What? Has there ever been any... You're a scholar, so has there ever been any reference to harbingers of...
Of what? Of
Realm.
coffee?
Of the realmix, not of coffee. Why is everyone with the harbinger of coffee?
Because that sounds real good right about now.
I could use a glass, cup, mug.
I saw something.
It's been thousands of years since we last heard of Realsh's voice. Long before my time as High Priest. But my people are readying the city for the coming dawn.
Oh, because everyone's gonna freak out because the sun's gonna rise.
It's been quite some time since they last saw the sun, so yes, it's anticipated that they'll, as you say, freak out.
And, the fact that that probably means they've lost all that immortality.
Death has returned to Rastin.
There's gonna be pandemonium.
It will...
Require some time of adjustment.
Yes, hopefully nobody dies en masse anytime soon, so we can spread the word that it is to happen, but things will be difficult here for a time.
Meaning we should get out of Dodge.
Perhaps, yes.
No complaints here. I hate this place.
Luffy looks
Wow.
to Ren and she's like, what are we gonna do with the girl?
And Ren looks down at the unconscious girl and she's like, yeah.
We don't anticipate there being much of a problem for a little while yet. The sun will sow confusion, but it will only be that confusion. It's when death visits our doorstep that there will be problems.
Yeah, until someone murders someone else because they fucked their wife or something. Like, there's gotta be people who want other. Oh, never mind.
You know what? We're just gonna hop on our ship and get the hell out of here. Cause that sounds like a good plan. And I'm taking the girl. Probably.
She probably has
You know-
family.
Let's wait for her to wake up. Maybe
Yeah,
ask her if
that's
she wants to go with us.
What she wants to do.
Fine.
Can't play the
Ren's turn.
pirate and kidnap a child this time, Renzuina.
You can't steal a child.
Ren starts walking out of the room like, yes, I can, but she doesn't actually say that. I mean, she could if you weren't appealing to her conscience.
Mist kind of... She looks thoughtful, and she's still looking at Ardat, and she's like, if you were to hear the voice of your deity, do you think you'd be able to interpret something that he said?
Perhaps. Words are words. If he spoke, as you say, if he returned, then I would find meaning in those words, I'm certain.
Alright. If you're open to it, I can show you what we saw.
You
can
make it
hear what
sound
we
like
heard.
it's going to be a sexual experience, what with your if you're open to it, be open-minded whole
No,
thing.
you'll see if you agree.
It could
anyway.
be if you wanted to.
I really don't.
No, it will not be if you want it to. 'Cause I don't want it to.
He's
Miss
very
you-
he's serious looking too. It doesn't look like he made a hoo-hoo ha-ha.
This just looks like very uncomfortable at the notion that anybody would be seeing more than her arm. Like, no.
Anyway, yes.
Alright. Don't go crazy.
I won't.
Good. Yeah,
Good.
so Miss gets close enough for her telepathy thing, and she conveys what they saw of the portal thingy opening and the eye and what it said. And yeah, all that.
He just looks confused, and I don't know what to think about that.
Well, it was worth a shot, I guess.
If it sounds like we were lost, and he's been looking for us. Sounds like
Ren kind
something
of-
opened.
Ren
I-
fidgets.
I don't know. Something
She
called
like-
to him, something let him see us. And if perhaps the others will come with him too. I don't know. How could I know?
Well, I mean, it's not like we have
Never
anyone
find
else
out
to ask.
who.
Obviously, you're interested in their return, so...
It would be agreeable.
And Ren shifts again.
Yeah, Miss kind of side-eyes Ren.
Laffy is side-eyeing Ren from the other side of Ren.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Yeah, we're gonna. Can we just go back to the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
that.
can't we go to the mansion?
You could,
I mean, we could do that
Fine.
too.
you could do
Okay.
both, honestly.
I want to go anywhere where I can sleep.
That's just.
Can we just make the mansion
Yeah.
in here, or...
Yeah.
Okay. Laffy goes to some corner and makes...
Do we want it in here?
Okay, fine. She doesn't
I
go
just-
to a corner.
I'm thinking of if the person we're bringing with us wants to leave, she probably doesn't want to come out into this place again.
Okay, true. Let's go meander off to some corridor. Not corridor, but alleyway, and fucking... And Laffy starts walking.
Yeah, Ren starts following her.
Okay.
Miss is following too.
Not followed.
The majestic horse clops after you guys too. And Sane is kind of staring at the horse, like side-eyeing the horse.
He
Like
doesn't
that
it.
dog thing where like he keeps looking up at it and then looking away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys step outside and you wander off and you find an alleyway.
Laffy makes the mansion.
Yeah, you
And then
pull
we
out
go
the
into
diamond
mansion.
and you
Ren-
scratch a hole in reality, and as you do so,
Ren requests that Laffy add like an extra bed. In
She
Ren's room.
already was... Oh, she was gonna make the
Yeah.
girl a room.
Ren wants to keep an eye on her.
well,
Laffy's going to Ren's
She's
room,
now
though.
Ren's pet
Yeah.
mule.
as you guys step into the mansion, the first rays of sunlight peek over the horizon, and daylight comes to Raston after gods know how long. And that's where we're gonna
And
end for
just-
tonight.
Hey.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I just missed the panic. The screams in the streets.
There's so nice.
The sun.
Oh my god.
Bright light.
All right, we'll be back next week, internet.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.